All right, let's get this video started, man. Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back here with another video, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all see that thumbs up, that like button? Smash that like button. It ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna cost you. It's free. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Don't know what you're waiting on. Make sure you keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my videos. Share this video too. Share this video on all platforms, but most importantly, smash the like button. That thumbs up right there, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't gonna hurt and it ain't gonna cost you. It's free. So try to get your badge also. Join it on, get your membership, join Team Smoke, get your badge, man. Definitely do that. Support the channel. So today we gotta talk about this Diddy situation. But see, my situation is a little different what I'm about to talk about actually. Because yesterday I kind of, laid back, watched a little Sunday football, whatever. I mean, my Eagles lost, whatever. That's another story. But anyway, shout out to my Eagles. We're going to bounce back. So pause. No, I ain't worried about that. But anyway, people were saying, yo, but Diddy ain't do nothing that Hugh Hefner ain't do. Hugh Hefner was the rest in peace of Hugh Hefner. Playboy dude. If y'all don't know who's Hugh Hefner is, the Playboy guy, the one that ran who founded Playboy, you know what I mean? He passed away at 93 years old, something like that. But anyway, a lot of stories came out after Hugh Hefner passed away. Couple of Playboy bunnies meeting that Playboy girls that worked at the mansion. They was kind of like, allegedly, and everything I speak on this video also was alleged. They kind of was like exposing, if you want to say exposed, was saying a little bit of information that was going on in the Playboy throughout the years. But see, people got to understand, Hugh Hefner and P. Diddy are two different people in two different industries. That part. What are we talking about? Two different cultures, two different race. That part. Also, two different industry. Hugh Hefner was the founder of the Playboy. He never left his damn mansion. That part. Party was going on in there. All the girls lived in there. That part also. Let that marinate in your brain. Diddy, on the other hand, situation, he was having parties in different mansions, flying, bringing girls from different states. Allegedly hiring escorts and all this, that, and the third. That's like trafficking, sex trafficking, all that type of stuff. That's a different type of ball game. Plus, y'all gotta understand, Diddy took a big liquor company and tried to get a lawsuit on them, which actually he didn't even get no money. They just dropped it, whatever he dropped it, and it just went on with their way. But you try to say that liquor was racist and all this, and this is one of the biggest liquor company that in this world, actually, you might as well say. All the popular liquors y'all be drinking, Ciroc and all that, yeah, they run that. So people gotta understand when you playing with them type of people allegedly and you piss them off, oh yeah, they're gonna put your information out there. They're more powerful than you. Hugh Hefner never did no stuff like that. Hugh Hefner never promoted liquor, never came out with a no. He stood in his lane. He was making enough money where he ain't had to do nothing else. That part. We gotta talk about this, react to a couple of clips, and I want y'all to speak y'all comment. I want y'all to react to this also. I want y'all to speak on the comment also because y'all gotta understand, and we're gonna react to what Big Gene said also about this. He had a kind of what Big Gene said too. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to them also. Make sure y'all go subscribe to them. Dope platform over there. Big Gene kind of explained what the Hugh Hefner and P. Diddy comparing that people are actually talking about. And he actually saying the same thing I said. We got to talk about this though. Anyway, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, share this video. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational, entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational, entertainment purpose. Clips and videos I play are also owned by the original creators. Let's get the Big Gene right quick and witty, and what old boy asked him about the question about the comparison with Hugh Hefner, with Diddy being compared to Hugh Hefner. Like, what's the difference? What people is trying to say. Let's hear what Big Gene had to say about this. Make sure y'all smash it and subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button, man.
You're right. I agree with you on that as I think about it. But how you feel about people comparing Diddy to Hugh Hefner? You think that's a fair comparison?
Not at all. Hugh Hefner never left his house with it. sex trafficking from state to state.
Y'all see that? You heard what he said? Hugh Hefner never left his house with it. With it mean whatever went down in that Playboy Mansion, that's what stood in there for decades. We're going to get to some allegations on somebody talking about Hugh Hefner. Well, we're going to get to that. Y'all know how I come with the smoke. And I'm going to spit my opinion, though, about this. And I got a lot of smoke to talk about. Yeah, that part. Because people got to understand, Diddy took his he started feeling himself a little bit too much. He should have just stood in his lane. And how much he became a billionaire off the liquor company you was promoting, the Ciroc and all that. I would have just stood back and, man, listen, I ain't complaining. But let's continue. That's later on a couple more clips. Let's continue with Big J.
You're right. I agree with you on that as I think about it. But how you feel about people comparing Diddy to Hugh Hefner? You think that's a fair comparison?
Not at all. Hugh Hefner never left his house with it. Sex trafficking from state to state. If Diddy probably would have had his freaks off right there in his house and wasn't paying people to come from different states and everything like that, it might be he may have got away with it. Hugh Hefner was there at his home, and most of the girls lived at his home. And if they did something with somebody, they were supposed to be consensual adults who lived in the Playboy Mansion. They were none of Diddy is getting word. They saying Diddy had girls that was underage in the whole 9 yards. We don't know yet because discovery hasn't been made. The prosecution haven't given a discovery to the defense team yet. So we don't know exactly what they got or exactly what they're going to put out there to them. But
that's the thing I'm trying to explain to people. Let's continue, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got to see, because the thing that's hitting Diddy is the video. It's the Casey video, the one with the hotel. He put his hands on it, he dragging all in the hallway. You know, he doing all that nut stuff he doing. Pause. Bugged out in that hallway. The hotel, the infamous video that Casey dropped, whatever, she getting beat up by Diddy in the hotel, all that. That's what put the icing on the cake right there. Okay, this is different when you're doing stuff behind closed doors and the person is outside in the world actually telling stuff, but it's your word against hers. It's her word against yours. And that been going on with Diddy with certain people like her, Cassie, whatever, his ex, for a couple of years. But when you piss certain people off, pause, that's what's going to happen. They're going to buy the footage. They're going to drop the footage on you. And that's what put the icing on the cake. Going back to Hugh Hefner. What Hugh Hefner did stood inside there. He didn't come outside with it. That part. Nigga had about 50 girls living in the mansion. What we talking about here? But now Smoke Hugh Hefner probably had some other. We don't know that. We never heard. I'm not saying Hugh Hefner never had no under. We don't know that. That never came out though. But there was other things that came out about Hugh Hefner. We're gonna get to that later. Let's continue with Big Gene though. Continue to smash that like button, man.
I think that he wasn't taking girls and bringing other prostitutes in and taking them across state lines and doing something. I could be wrong, but I'm looking at it. I don't think it's the same thing. I don't believe Diddy case is similar to R. Kelly's in no form or fashion. Not one girl came out or nobody said that R. Kelly paid prostitutes to have sex with them. Kelly was doing all the sexing himself. Not one person came out and said R. Kelly drugged them and made them have sex with him and stuff like that. I don't think so. I don't think none of that came out in Kelly. R. Kelly's case. Bill Cosby, allegedly, he did all the work by himself. he didn't have no group of people that he was videotaping doing sex acts. They different.
And I'm about to tell y'all something right now. Shout out to the OG Bill Cosby. But Bill was doing a lot of that shit in the Playboy Mansion, allegedly, and everything I speak on is alleged. But if anybody know, man, from them 70s and all that, that shit was like the norm. It was the normal. Them niggas popping shrooms, all that crazy shit, partying and Playboy Mansion was the place to be at that time in the 70s. So when you bring up Bill Cosby era, Bill Cosby was right in that Playboy Mansion where everybody else was at. Free calls, orgy, come on, that's the Playboy Mansion. What we talking about here? But like Big Gene said, you can't compare Hugh Hefner and Diddy because Diddy was doing a lot of paying, bringing females from states, doing all that. Allegedly, we don't know. This is what the prosecutor came out with. This is what the DA came out with, pardon me. But if it is true, you can't compare that because what Hugh Hefner did in his house stood in his house. That part. And I'm pretty much sure Hughes had probably cameras and everything back in them days also. Going in the 90s, all that. I'm pretty much sure this nigga probably allegedly, and everything I speak on is alleged. I'm pretty much sure Hugh Hefner probably had niggas on camera back in the days too for protection. When you doing stuff like that, y'all gotta understand, you gotta protect yourself, but you gotta understand, Diddy is a different race than Hugh Hefner. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These are two different race fighters, two different nationalities. That part. So Hugh's gonna have more connections, been in the game longer, built the foundation, Playboy Foundation that he built. It's based on sex content. It's sexual. It sells in the magazines and all that back in the days. So you're gonna suspect stuff like that to go down in the Playboy Mansion. But what stays in the Playboy Mansion ain't gonna come out the Playboy Mansion. And he didn't piss nobody off. Obviously, pause on Hugh Hefner. Diddy did though. Took a big liquor company to court, calling them rape. You can't do stuff like that. We all know you making. Let's continue, man. We got a lot to talk about. Let's continue with this old Big Jane right quick. Let's continue. Smash that like button.
Epstein, though he was doing the trafficking in the whole 9 yards of young girls for sex like that, he did it on a private island. And it may have some similarities to Diddy. It may be that Diddy took the blueprint from Epstein, but Epstein didn't get caught with the baby oil. So that might be some similarities between him and Epstein. But R. Kelly and Cosby, I don't think there's any similarities to that.
So from your point of view, right, you have all the information. From your point of view, how do you see this ending with Diddy?
Well, I think it's going to end like this. Either Diddy going to spend the rest of his natural life in jail, or he going to give the prosecutors something that's bigger than him, better than him, that's going to give him at least 15 to 20 years in jail, which he has to do 85% of that. And that's what's going to happen. If he doesn't give the prosecutor something that's bigger and better than him, he's going to spend a natural life in jail.
It's gonna be very interesting with this P. Diddy case. Yo, do me a favor. Y'all see that like button, thumbs up? Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't gonna cost you. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings. This is gonna be very interesting on this Diddy case. Because if Diddy, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be, because if they see, we don't even know all the evidence they got. We haven't even seen the evidence. We don't know the extra evidence. We just going by what on word, by mouth. Pause. What the DA said with the big press conference where they indicted Diddy for and all that. We just going by that and what they showed us, the oil baby, all that shit. But they ain't really show us nothing besides that. They ain't show us no blurred pictures of, females on the edge. They got them all like 10 on the ball. These are the victims right here. They got to blur the pictures out. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen no blurred pictures of the females that's underage, allegedly. We haven't seen all the victims of the females. We only seen pop-ups, ones that's popping up once in a while talking about they was there. And Diddy actually did a law on settlement a long time ago with the ones that pop up once in a while. But I really feel like a lot of people got to understand what he did. Like I said, that lawsuit he did with that liquor is that's a big story. That's very big. You put in a label on that liquor company and that family where they're saying that they racist. They don't want you to groom. They don't want you to blow. A lot of people want you to extort Diddy for money. Remember that. Now, this dude right here is talking about this $30 million, $30 million that these people asked for a tape before it even came out. And Diddy and his lawyers said, nah, we refuse it. And then one of the tapes was Cassie in the hallway. Diddy thought they was bluffing about it. Let's get to this person talking about this situation right here. What I'm trying to explain is if Diddy would have just settled like he always settled, maybe none of these stories would have popped out the way it would have popped out. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do me that favor.
Craziest thing about Diddy being locked up right now, facing mandatory minimums, the possibility of life in federal prison. Go read the transcript from the bond hearing and listen to what the defense says they believe is the start of the feds looking into P. Diddy. See, the defense says, my read of it, many months ago, a woman approaches Diddy and says, hey, this is through lawyers, we're going to be releasing a tell-all book about this woman's experience with Diddy over all the years. And it's going to make you look like a monster. And if you don't want that book to get out there, you can buy the exclusive rights to it for $30 million. Catch and kill this book. Diddy's team says no. Woman comes back with a lawyer. We're going to file a civil lawsuit against you because it's not just stuff that makes for good print. These are civil claims that we can bring and we can win millions of dollars. Diddy's team says, okay, bring the lawsuit. They bring the lawsuit and within like hours, it's settled for, surprise, surprise, $30 million. After those things happened, a line of people came with stories to get their check too. Hey, if she got 30 mil, what can I get off this guy? I was there. I saw this. I heard that. And
see, what he's trying to say is people approached Diddy before these stories even came out. Diddy basically settled for certain people, the 30 million and all that. But his team thought they was bluffing with more situations, more story that was coming out. So what he's trying to say is if Diddy would have just kept this settlement and just kept paying these people and all that, maybe the big RICO charge would have never came out. Maybe. We don't know. Maybe they just want to drain Diddy pockets and all that, get the settlements and still drop this big story on them. You get what I'm saying? Still get them an indictment. So we don't know how they was playing with Diddy. But allegedly, I've really got a gut feeling it was the people that he pissed off. You can't bite the hand that feed you. You just can't do that. Let's continue though, man. Smash that like button.
And that then led to a federal investigation. See, people think, oh, somebody's out to get him. He pissed off the wrong person. It's the alcohol company that... Nah, you guys got to understand that there's prosecutors out there who want big, sexy cases. They don't fall out of the sky every day. The chance to go...
Let me jump in this right here. Let me jump on that. Pause. His belief is he don't think it's the alcohol people involved in all that. What I just said about a few seconds ago. But see, what he got to understand is prosecutors could contact, them people could contact the prosecutors that want the spicy case, like a big case like they got now with the P. Diddy case. That part. So what he said right there, okay, it sounds a little sexy and all that, sound a little spicy, a little new narrative and all that. You know what I mean? But Nick, you got to understand, bro. Champ, let me just tell you. Them people could have contacted them prosecutors and told them, like, listen, we got things on Diddy also, and we could get all that. We could get videos and all that. They got more money than Diddy. Who was we to say they didn't contact the DA? Pardon me, the DA and all that indict Diddy. That part. And then you got the prosecutor that's going to get involved because they want the spicy case. They want the new case. This is going to make them blow up. Any prosecutor going to jump on this case if the DA come with them like, yo, we got a RICO charge on Diddy. But who you think put all that out there? The people he pissed off. That part. If you don't piss somebody off, you can easily make settlements. How long did he be making settlements? For years. There've been allegations about Diddy for decades. He's been making settlements for years. He just got tired of it, probably, obviously. That part. Let's continue with old boy talking. Smash that like button.
And that then led to a federal investigation. See, people think, oh, somebody's out to get him. He pissed off the wrong person. It's the alcohol company that... Nah, you guys got to understand that there's prosecutors out there who want big, sexy cases. They don't fall out of the sky every day. The chance to go after somebody like P. Diddy and put him away for life is like the greatest case you could ever find if you're a prosecutor. And so, when a public filing gets released and you read it and you go, wait a second, that law firm is mad thorough. Wait a second, he settled it for $30 million. Wait a second. If all of this is true, then I could probably get some subpoenas. I could probably collect some evidence. I could probably build a case. They start doing it. They raid. A couple months later, they indict. It is very possible that had P. Diddy immediately caught and killed the story by paying the $30 million that he paid eventually anyway, that story never gets public. Nobody ever comes forward, and nobody in the federal government ever bothers to look for the baby oil.
For the baby oil. Ganja. Hey, yo. He said the baby oil. Hey, yo. Yeah. That's crazy. But nah, he do got a point. If Diddy would have continued with the settlements, right? And never would have just, like, Diddy, you worth damn near $1 billion. You should have just continued with the settlements. And I would have just continued with the settlements and try to avoid his RICO charge and try to switch my lifestyle over after a couple of years, because I'm like, yo, now I'm on a hot seat. But see, when you feeling yourself so much and you did it, you this and that, and you got the key to New York. Remember, he got the key to New York, all that. Start feeling yourself too much, man. Worth damn near $1 billion, start feeling yourself. Took a big company to court. You think they wasn't going to get back on you? Pause. You think they wasn't going to get no get back? That's why when that dude said that, I was like, nah, you wrong on that. Because they're powerful. They can contact the DAs and all that. What we talking about here? Let's continue, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
Diddy himself filed an unrelated lawsuit in May 2023 against his former partner and the company Diageo, a giant in the alcohol and spirits industry that co-owned Ciroc and Deleon Tequila. The lawsuit alleged that Diageo did not respect the terms of their contract by failing to support marketing agreements and engaging in racism, apparently viewing these products as inferior and selling them only in urban locales, as reported by fooddive.com. They had a 50-50 profit split deal, and he was making around $60 million per year. The lawsuit was settled in January 2024, and Diageo is now the sole owner of the beverages. Diddy himself.
Somebody got to help me understand. Like, Diddy worked at this company for 15 years, right?
Right.
With Ciroc, made $1 billion, literally, says the company, but then turns around and sues company for racism. Like, there had to be a better basis of the lawsuit than just racism, right?
I think it was due to DeLeon, and he wanted the same type of marketing and exposure and distribution as Don Julio and Casamigos.
The company's saying they had a joint venture where Diddy was supposed to put his own capital into the marketing, and he never did that, and he didn't honor the contract. That's why they're deciding to part ways. That's what the company says.
Well, Diddy's attorney released a statement and said Diageo is attempting to end his deals with Combs is like firing a whistleblower who calls out racism.
And that's what Diddy did. Y'all gotta understand, this is that's why I went go back to what that play that click with that guy. Now that guy be on point on certain situations. Don't get it twisted. Shout out to him. But you gotta understand, when you piss off a big company, start trying to put a racist thing on them, trying to kill their character. Nah, they not having that. You crazy? There's money involved. $60 million a year. I would have been quiet. You then they made $1 billion off these people. What are you talking about? And see, when you start feeling yourself, you start thinking you didn't build that liquor from the ground up. You've been promoting them, helping them. Play your role. You can't bite the hand that feed you. Okay, they've been 10, 15, 16 years, but nigga, you made damn near $1 billion off them. Come up with something else on the side. Nigga, what we talking about? Another side hustle. Diddy known for that, but see, Diddy want to be greedy. Diddy want to feel like you let that power get to you. And I understand people gonna say, nah, but you know, it could be the nationality, you know, he's black, you white. Okay, but at the end of the day, you can't bite the hand that feed you, bro. You work there and there $1 billion. You doing some crazy stuff in your house and all these mansions and all this shit, and now look what happened. I would have sat back and been quiet and continued collecting my $60 million a year, besides all this RICO coming down on me. Let's get to that part. I would have continued collecting my $60 million a year, instead of that Cassie video coming out from the hotel where he got putting hands and feet on her. That part. That's what put the icing on the cake on this whole goddamn case right here. That's what made all this come on him. Pause. Was the video in the hotel. You putting hands and feet all on Cassie. I mean, she trying to run and shit. That video look crazy, Diddy. I would have sat back and collected my $60 million a year and been a hush. I'd be like, listen, y'all don't want to push my Diddy on? Because remember, he wanted to push De Leon, some more liquor that he got. They went ahead and pushed Casamigo and all that. This one, he got all mad because Casamigo, whatever, that other liquor, that shit blew up. That shit took off. Then he got upset. Nigga, I'm not getting upset if I'm making $60 million a year. And then I'm doing crazy shit that these people go lock me up and shit because they more powerful than me. Man, listen, I would have sat my black down, nigga, and I would have collected my money. That's what I would have did. Why ain't nobody else coming out, though, talking? Oh, man. Yeah, you know why? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Nobody's here to rescue Diddy, though, right?
Why haven't anybody came out defending Diddy? All these celebrity friends he have, and nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America liked that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's some about the music, clothing, movies. They're not going to come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape. And girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not going to show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs.
And that's going to be, that's going to be the question right there. Is these people going to come and testifying against Diddy and what the hell he was doing in this party? Is they caught up in the videos? Going back to the Hugh Hefner and all that comparison. Hugh Hefner did everything in his crib in the Playboy Mansion. And y'all got to remember, that shit been going on for decades. Even when cameras was out back then. Let's get to that part. No cell phones, but they had cameras. Hugh Hefner was doing that shit all the way till they had goddamn cell phones on cameras. 2000s and all that. But everything that stays in there ain't coming out that house. That's the difference. Hugh Hefner never came out the house. And I know people probably be saying, oh yeah, you know, Hughes probably was giving them girls all that. Let's hear one of the Playboy girls talk about this situation. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Now, this is one of the Playboy bunnies that was actually married to Hugh Hefner. Peep what she said, though.
You were a bunny. Were there drugs also involved?
Well, he offered me Quaaludes the first night out, and I thought it was really bizarre. I barely knew what a Quaalude was. You know, no young girl did in 2001.
You quoted him as saying something in the book.
Oh, yeah. He said in the 70s they used to call them thigh openers. And I thought, well, this is really bizarre. And over the years, I saw him offer them to girls every night we would go out.
That part. You see, it's a difference, though. You in two different cultures, two different worlds, two different industries. Sometimes you might be doing the same thing that the other person was doing, but that other person got better connections and very well known in the industry, which to a point that ain't no RICO, no crazy shit gonna come down on Hugh Hefner. Now, you remember when she said, when Hugh Hefner offered her that, she was like, what the hell is this? You know, it was confusing to me because I was a young girl at the time. Now, she was over 18. I forgot how old was she, but she was young. See, a lot of girls that Hugh Hefner was on marrying and smashing and all that, he always waited till they was over 18, 19, around that age. But who's we to say, allegedly, and everything I speak on is alleged. Who's we to say they wasn't around before that, 17, 16? We don't know because them stories never came out on Hugh Hefner. They never came out. There was little allegations, but they never showed no proof, none of that. But that was the things in the 70s. You heard what she said, what Hughes told her. That was the things in the 70s. Going in the 80s too. What we talking about here? But see, the thing is, Diddy was doing a lot of bringing girls out of state, paying girls and all that type of shit. That's the difference. Then you got then you having the freak all parties with entertainers. That's the difference. The girls that Hugh Hefner got, they live inside the Playboy Mansion. Like Big Gene said. These girls Diddy got, nigga, these are entertainers. These are girls flying in from other states. These are escorts, allegedly, is what the DA and the prosecutors are saying. These ain't no females that live inside Diddy house. So that's the difference. Diddy not running no goddamn Playboy magazine or nothing like that. That's Hugh Hefner lane. He founded that. He built that. Built that shit to all the way till he passed away. Now it's a family thing. But we can't sit here and say Hugh Hefner wasn't doing all that crazy partying too. Obviously they was. There's plenty of stories of that. But the difference is different cultures, different nationalities, different industry. And who you know in the goddamn in that industry and the powerful people that run it in certain industries, the hip hop, the music, Hollywood, whatever you want to call it. But Hugh Hefner had his own lane, that part. Y'all gotta remember Playboy was a big thing, still is. So you can't compare that. Diddy was out of control, man. He's an entertainer. That's the difference. You an entertainer, bro. You got you big-headed paws and start feeling yourself like you forgot who the hell you are. You came in the world and the industry as an entertainer. You in the entertainment world. Hugh Hefner was in that Playboy world on sex sales, that content, sex content, all that. He's in that world. It's a difference. We all know them people come on, the porn industry and all that, Playboy and all. Them niggas party hard. What we talking about? We know they probably, allegedly, everything I speak on is alleged. We know there probably be some young females there. We don't know the age, but young females. We know that, but it's a difference. What Diddy's doing, he's doing that shit over here in hip hop. He's bringing females from all over the goddamn states, celebrities, all types of people. I'm telling you, Diddy thought he was Black Hugh Hefner. That's who the hell he thought. He thought he was the Black Hugh Hefner for a minute. I swear to God. He bugged out, man. He put all this on yourself, bro.
It's going to like 1 or 2, but like, again, like I had a great time in my youth. Like, I don't really see anything like, I never saw anything really bad happening around me. Sex is sex, in my opinion. So I'm not saying that something bad didn't happen. I'm saying that nothing bad ever happened to me,
and that you never saw anything out of the ordinary that you wouldn't usually see at a big Hollywood party. It's sexualized.
Look,
in a way.
You're going to the Playboy Mansion. What do there's girls topless in the grotto.
You were a bunny. Were there drugs also involved?
Well, he offered me Quaaludes the first night out, and I thought it was really bizarre. I barely knew what a Quaalude was. No young girl did in 2001.
You quoted him as saying something in the book.
Oh, yeah. He said in the 70s they used to call them thigh openers, and I thought, well, this is really bizarre. And over the years, I saw him offer them to girls every night we would go out.
He said they called them thigh openers. That's what she said Hugh Hefner told her when she was dating Hugh Hefner, whatever, and all that. She's from the Playboy. She a Playboy girl. She was dating him and everything. I remember her face back then, back in them early 2000s. I remember her face. Because remember when Hugh Hefner had his little show on MTV? It was like a little MTV show too. And her face was all on that shit. I remember her. And I remember at that time, she was young as hell too at that time. But obviously, I think she was, what, 19, 18, 20, between 18 to 20 around there. But like I said, two different worlds, two different connections. And Diddy pissed off people that's more powerful than him. You're not going to sit here and tell me they came with this RICO because of the video. Who dropped that video on the hotel with him putting hands and feet on Cassie? Who was more powerful to grab that video, pay them people off, and get that shit to TMZ? I sit back and wait. Y'all think TMZ ain't got that video? Y'all bugged out, man. Everything that Diddy did was sealed. That's probably not even the first situation that he did public in the whole time. There's probably more videos on the low. We don't know. But y'all telling me that ain't no powerful people that got that hotel footage and put that out there with him putting hands and feet on Cassie, knew that the whole America was going to go against him? Like Big Gene said, come on, what we talking about here? America see that. That's a no-no. You putting hands and feet on a woman. And you a mogul. You an entertainer. You a role model and all this. You know what I mean? You the black success and all this. Black excellence. Remember you was screaming at it? Yeah, black excellence. Yeah, but you put hands and feet on her. They put that out. They know America gonna turn them. That part. They ain't no more take that. Yo, grab this Ciroc. Ain't none of that no more. Once they dropped that settlement in January, I knew something after that was gonna come. And obviously this shit came right here. They wasn't gonna let you build a character. I mean, paint a picture of them being racist. They wasn't gonna have that. Y'all gotta understand. Let this marinate in y'all brain. They sitting back like, boy, we built you. You got to $1 billion because of us. Ciroc is ours. We put you down on that. You made $60 million a year. How dare you try to put a settlement on us because we want to push other liquors? That's how they looked at it. They said, you want to play? Let the games play. Nigga, let the games begin. We about to play chess with you. All right, let's go to that hotel over there and get that footage. How much y'all want for that footage? Now, these are the people, the powerful people I'm talking about. I don't know who these people are, but y'all got to understand, these are powerful people. Diddy was playing with, pause. You pushing their buttons. Like I said, my butt would have sat back, collected my $60 million a year, and I would have been chilling. Knowing that I'm doing all this crazy ass freak offs and shit like this, I would have sat back and kept my mouth shut. No settlement coming to none of that. Diddy started feeling himself a little bit too much. That's what happened. But you can't compare Hugh Hefner and Diddy. Hugh Hefner is a different world. What stood in there, that nigga, that man barely came outside that goddamn mansion. What we talking about here? He had everything in the mansion, clubs, everything. What we talking about? Y'all forgot how big the Playboy Mansion was? That shit got clubs in it. You heard Big Gene. He didn't have to leave. Everybody will tell you that. He had everything in the Playboy Mansion that you could possibly think of in the outside world. Meaning Hugh Hefner. Nigga had movie theaters, clubs in there, bowling alley. He had everything you could goddamn think about in the Playboy Mansions. So what stood there wasn't coming outside. That part. And you got to remember, he's in a different world. That's the sex content world. He built the Playboy magazine up. So he's in that little world, that crazy freak off world and all that. Why you think all these celebrities was going there back in the 70s and the 80s? Bill Cosby and all these niggas. What we talking about here? There's documentaries and footage and videos of these niggas dancing in Playboy Mansion. And them girls, he didn't have to fly them in. They already lived there. That part. What are we talking about? Now, we don't know what was going on. I'm not saying we don't know, because what stays in the mansion is going to stay in there. There ain't nobody coming out talking about it. But there's certain whistleblowers, Playboy bunny girls that came out and talked about it, but they didn't really say too much like how this Diddy story is. They say, crazy little freak offs and orgies and drugs. Them girls say that. But they never mention no underage girls during the Playboy Mansion. They never mention that. You can do your research. Everybody try to do their research on that. You know how many people tried to, journalists and all that back in the day, try to find out? about the Playboy Mansion, if they got underage, people been trying to find that out. Allegedly. Everything I speak on is alleged. But that's not like, people been trying to, and that shit never came out. Never. Never. Hugh Hefner obviously wait till they turn over age, nigga, 18, 19, then he bag them up. That's what Hugh Hefner doing, obviously. Which is sickening because the man 47 years old, you dating like an 18-year-old, but that's the Playboy Mansion. That's the head honcho. That's the king of the mansion. Like I said, he built that. So it's a different content. Diddy in the entertainment content. That's the sex, that's that, I mean, that's that world over there. Difference. It's a big difference. But I had to do a quick video on this, man, because people was talking about the comparison of these two. And I'm like, nah, you can't compare that. Diddy got himself in all types of crazy situations, bringing girls in different mansions and all that type of shit. That's where he messed up at, boy. His backup is having these people on cameras, and we don't know who he got on cameras. You know, is Diddy gonna take the stand? Who's gonna come up and defend Diddy on the stand? Those are questions that people need to ask also. Who the celebrities are gonna come in, be his real friend like they was in the parties and all that? Is they gonna show up in the stand and stand up for their bro? Or they gonna testify against him? We should see. To be continued, but we should see though. But y'all already know the vibes, man. Smash that like button. You see the thumbs up? Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all share this video. Keep that notification bell on. But smash the like button. Do me that favor. Support the channel. Ain't gonna hurt or cost you. Smash that like button. Make sure y'all commenting below, man. I want to hear y'all theory, hear y'all opinion also. It's your boy Smoke News TV, man. If they know, they know. Salute, gang. I'm up out of here, man. Diddy, I don't know, man. We shall see. To be continued, though. It's your boy Smoke News. Salute.